Hello friends, welcome to the garage and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that are watching my channel. Today we're going to build a very simple wooden planter that will allow you to enjoy the summer and the spring and also the satisfaction of building it yourself. The only tool that you need to build this planter is a hand saw, hammer and some nails. I'm going to build it a little different because of production reasons, but it is a very simple project to build. You only need some 2x2s and some lattice wood, and that's all you're going to need to finish this build. So stick around and let's build this nice planter box. If you don't have a square, an easy way to make sure that your wood is actually aligned is to purchase one of these. These are very inexpensive, they're about $1, and they're simply right angles, and they can do the same job. They don't give you the other advantages that the square does, but they can definitely help you align the wood you're cutting. And we're going to cut several of the same dimension. And this happens to be, it doesn't have to be, you can decide what dimension you want it, but this happens to be right at 16 inches because I do not want to make it very big. However, it can be any dimension you like. The other advantage of using that is that you can move your wood without an assistant and without having to make sure that it stays straight. We're going to have to cut at least each level will be 4, and then we have to decide how high we want it, and I think I would like it to be at least 4 high as well. So let's see if we can achieve that. Since all of them are going to be the same way, I'm not going to subject you to cutting all the pieces of wood. However, I want to show you one more time that this is a very useful and very inexpensive tool. You're putting your piece that you use as your measure on top of your other piece that you want to cut, and then you can use this to square it, and also you can use it as a handle to move it around. So as you can see, we're maintaining the square here while at the same time you will need a total of 16 pieces, all the same length, and that is because we need 4 to create each square, and then we need it to be 4 high. Again, you can change that, the dimensions are not critical. I think that a height of 4 looks good to me, will not require a lot of dirt to fill and so forth, so it will be about this tall. But you can go taller or shorter and it will still look good, so you can make it to fit your needs. As you can see, utilizing both the square and the jig that we built a few episodes ago allows you to make sure that your corners are perfect and make this easy. Additionally, by holding it like so, you can drive screws or nails without your wood moving. Also, you can build a bigger one. This might be just a tad too small, even though I used it in this project without any problems. But you can see what a nice tight corner even rough wood makes. This is a perfect corner, and again we're utilizing both the little jig we made and a square, and it gives us an absolutely fantastic result. So now we're on the second row, and as you can see, we're just creating a very simple box, making sure that everything remains square. But once we square the first one, then the rest of them are fairly easy to keep square. Now keep in mind, this is not going to be our final fastening method. We will actually going to use some screws, but this is just to hold the pot together. Again, we continue the same way. A little more complex design will be if you create 2 different sizes and then you can alternate the pattern. I wanted this to be a very easy and quick one, so I did not do that. But I will show you an example of what I mean. Again, these brads are intended to be a temporary brace. This is not what is going to hold this pot together, but they're very, very useful in the meantime. And now that the brads are keeping it together, we can permanently attach it using the screws. This is intended to be a rustic style, so I do like the screw sewing. But that is of course a personal preference. So you might decide you do not want them sewing. A very nice look will also be to alternate the pattern like so, but as you can see, that will require that you have this somewhat shorter and this somewhat longer, so you will have to have 2 different sizes. But again, this will be a great way to build this, and again this will have to be longer. You only will need two sizes, a shorter and a longer one, and then you can alternate them, and you would end up with a very nice honeycomb. Again, I wanted to keep this very simple, so I did not do that, but this is definitely an option you can exercise. So in the bottom we're going to use some lattice wood, and we're going to just hand cut it, so we can put either a plastic wrap or rocks without being concerned that it will fall through, and that way we can have our pot secure. The reason I do this way versus using my power tools is to show you that you don't need to use power tools. Of course, the power tools would have made this much faster and easier, but many beginner woodworkers do not have it. That was supposed to be beginner woodworkers. And again, you could use wood nails here, but of course staples make this so much easier. So you can see this is a straightforward process, and keeps the wood cutting to a minimum. It is a fairly fast build and allows you to modify it to fit your needs and imagination. Again, this does not have to be perfect, because all it does is allows us to put something here, rocks or some substrate like irrigation fabric that will keep the dirt inside the pot. Now if you want, you can also dress this up and make a nice edge. I don't think it's necessary, but definitely there are a lot of options, and it has a nice rustic look to it, and it will make a very nice little flowering planter. And here we are with our finished product, and as you can see, this is a very simple build. Anyone can actually do it. It doesn't take a lot of time, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this build, and if you do find value in our channel, please smash the like button. Otherwise, the other button works as well. Share, join, and comment so you can see the projects that we have planned for the future. And thank you for visiting the Everyone Can Do It Yourself channel featuring myself, the Garage Woodworker. Have a great week.